One of my favorite poets.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll give it away. It's Homer.
Oh,
I got
of course. That's a trick question.
What a tricky question, huh? Homer, I wonder why.
This is more like Homer do, like do, or this whole Homer?
No, it's the other Homer.
Okay.
The one that had all these fancy words and talked about some dude over in Troy. And then after that, he lost his way home and he had to find Ithaca. After visiting all these different places. Well, my father gave me the honor of telling me the opening of the Odyssey. I will say to you in Greek first and then I'll translate it. Του άνδρα τον πολύπραγο τραγούδισέ μου, ο Μούσα, που περισσά πλανήθηκε σαν κόρσεψε της τρίας στο ιερό το κάστρο. Πολλών ανθρώπων είδε χώρες και έμαθε γνώμες, η αρχή της Οδύσσιας. Which means, roughly translated by me, of the man that is multi-talented, sing to me, O Muse, who just, for no really specific purpose, just dragged himself all over the world after he went and conquered Troy's sacred castle. He actually went around and saw many different people's countries, and he learned so many knowledgeable opinions. That's the beginning of the Odyssey. And of course they were talking about Odysseus because of his Odyssey. Now here's the thing, fellas. That is a beautiful poem, and it goes on, and it can be boring if nobody really understands it. Heck, when I was in high school in Greece, I didn't understand it. Not until now. And I was looking at the words, because every ancient Greek word, a name has a meaning. Like, for example, Hercules means Iraklis. You take the word Hera, and you take your palm of your hand, and you close Hera in your hand, and that is the meaning of Hercules, because Hera was his stepmother who didn't like him. But he put that negative energy behind him because he took control of that negative energy, and he held it in his hands. That's what Hercules means. And it's a lesson for everybody to be our own Hercules, to take the negative energy that actually tries to haunt us, and we grasp it, we control it, we don't let it go free to bother us whenever it wants to. Well, anyway, I was looking at Homer, Omiros, and I was trying to ask myself, what the heck does Omiros mean? It's not a name, guys. It's not a name. Omiros is a noun. Omiros means, translated in English, hostage. A hostage. And I was talking to it with my father, and he's like, really? What else do you think? And I told him, Father, I think that the real Homer is Odysseus himself. Because doesn't it make sense that Homer, who talks in such detail, I mean every little detail of the war in the Iliad and in the Odyssey, who else can actually speak of this story unless they were there front and center themselves? So we were thinking that Homer, this hostage, is Odysseus, who was kept hostage by Poseidon, meaning the terrible weathers of the sea, to ever go home so easily back to his Ithaca, and was forced to just go around and around to so many different places and different countries. 10 years it took him to go home because of all that stuff. Now, the second guess of who Homer might really be, the second hostage, I think, is Odysseus' father himself, Laertes. By the way, I think Laertes was an old man who was blind already. And don't we think that, are we told in school that Homer, who actually recited the Odyssey, was a blind guy? Well, Laertes, Odysseus' father, was, I think, blind. And don't we think that after the son visits his father after 10 years, is going to tell his dad every single detail of what he went through, and the blind guy would remember it very deeply so he can recite it as a story? So there is the other second potential Homer. But furthermore, since Homer means hostage, the father Laertes of Odysseus, he might have been kept hostage by all the suitors of Penelope, because had she actually ever wanted to run away from the suitors who were trying to force her to marry him to get the throne of Odysseus, thinking that he was dead, if she wanted to run away, or if she wanted to tell them to get out, they would probably bring harm to the hostage father, Laertes. And how could she actually allow harm to come to the only father, her husband, who's lost half? So, anyway, that is my theory. I thought I want to share it with y'all. Hope y'all get inspired in your own way, and let's all hope that we can find our own. God bless.